Hello everybody, it's Peggy. I'm back again, stealing a corner of Lisa's, we may even give this a name, but right now I'm just stealing a corner of Lisa's channel to do readings for the collective, and today's deck is the Witchling Academy. Now the book says Witchling Academy Handbook. I'm assuming that the name of the deck is Witchling Academy. This is my wife's deck. That was our deal. Our deal was that I do the readings and she gets to pick the decks. So I guess that means that there is a deck you'd like to see, question mark, that you can just list it below, and if she has it or when she gets it, God knows when she gets it, that she will be happy to choose that. I guess not happy, depends on the deck. I have a feeling there's certain decks that she may not let me use. Okay, so that just popped. We'll put that over there in case it matters. We will just do that. I'm not going to try too hard in shuffling because, as you just saw, I have my... Can I just beg tarot creators to make shorter decks? I know, everybody likes the big chunky decks with that good hand feel. Okay, so this is a 3-card reading. As always, I will be going through the book because that is just how I do readings. I'm also keeping a piece of note paper over here, well, a little book over here, so that I can make notes if needed. Okay, so this particular reading. Now, when I'm doing a let the universe take the wheel. When I'm doing one of those kind of readings, generally speaking, I do past, present, future, or what's going on, what can I do about it, what kind of an outcome can I expect. So this one here does have the Page of Swords in the middle, and actually, I don't think. I'm not getting any strong sense that this has any particular, the center card must come first here, even though it's a suit card. There's a suit card right here, and that's an ace. So I'm just going to do this in order. I'm going to do this in order of what's going on, what are my options, what kind of an outcome should I be looking for or could I expect. Okay, and this is going into, and right now, right this minute, these are going out on Fridays, so this is like going into the weekend, whatever. So let us get out the handy dandy book. 4 of Wands. Oop, I already got the wands. There's the 4 of Wands. Wow, that was awesome. That was awesome. This deck likes me already. So, daily incantation. I am grateful for all of my accomplishments. And look at that. They're celebrating. I haven't even doubled. I am supposed to be bringing this in better. Okay, so yeah, they're celebrating. They're having a good time. So that's good right there. So 4 of Wands, the magical meaning of the 4 of Wands is to relax. Let me just, I'm going to read the entry. Relax and celebrate with your friends, family, and familiars. Charlie and her 3 good friends have all made it through the finals in the apprenticeship contest, so they are having a huge celebration. They are excited and grateful period. Like the Witchlings, the hard work that you've put into your dreams has helped you create a stable foundation to build on it. So this week is all about stability for you. Yeah, relax, enjoy your success, right? And again, and this does have shadow. This does have reverse meanings. And again, I read the book. I read the book entry of every single deck that I ever work with, because I personally believe that every single deck has a slightly different nuance or meaning or slant based on the creator's intention, and intention magic is really powerful. So I will always read the book even when I'm like, oh yeah, I'll still double check against the book. But that's just me. You don't have to. You have to work with what works for you. Okay, so let me just double check. Let me just bring this back over here. I got to start looking for the Page of Swords. Aha! All the suits in this are in the back of the book. Some keep all the suit. Some keep the entire suit together, and some go minors, and then then court cards, then arcana. This is keeping them separated. So Page of Swords. There it is. Okay, daily incantation. So this is like, woohoo! Everything's going awesome. Now these two are in shadow. And the 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles is a pretty good card. So we'll do that one last and see if that mitigates or changes our opinion on the reading. So, Page of Swords. Cadence is the glorious owl familiar to Professor Okamoto. She watches over the House of Swords and reports everything back to her mistress with incredible speed. Cadence will often hang out around the witchlings while they study so that she can learn new things. Page of Swords may soar into your life if you are exploring a new way of thinking or a new idea. So the reverse of the Page of Swords can mean that you are taking action without thinking things through or having a solid plan. Now, this is interesting how these two interact with each other. The Page of Swords, so without thinking. And I'm just writing this stuff down so that I don't have to constantly be going back. Usually I'll go back and forth through the book. I don't always write things down. Where are we going? Where are we here? Page of Swords. Okay, so the reverse Page of Swords can mean that you are taking action without thinking things through or having a solid plan. You are full of energy, but it's not being used efficiently. Instead of just dive bombing into situations, make sure you take it step by step and examine the conditions first. This will lead to exciting adventures that are aligned with your life goals. This makes sense because you're going, woohoo, this is awesome. The exciting new thing is happening, right? Which is fun. Something cool is happening. Right? But you're not necessarily thinking through whether or not this thing not necessarily comes with consequences, but like, okay, so woohoo, you're going to get together and have a party with your friends. Well, you should really, just because you're having a party with your friends doesn't mean you get to drink yourself blind drunk. It's a really obvious example, but it's like, this is not a bad card. This is a, just remember that you have the real world to think about card. So whatever's going on that's adding to your good time, don't let it put you in a situation where you're taking risks that you shouldn't take. Instead of just dive bombing into a situation, right? So the grunting you hear is my dog that is over beside the table getting herself comfortable. Anyway, yeah, this will lead to exciting adventures that are aligned with your life goal. This is actually pretty good news. It's like, yeah, you're still gonna have a great time. Just be aware that you're in a position where you could end up making some decisions you probably shouldn't make, and that's just common sense. So that's kind of the situation. That's what you need to be aware of, and this is your expected outcome, and that is the Ace of Wands. Here's the Okay, so I'm gonna put this down here where you guys can see it. That is still the this card came out first, so. Obviously a jumper always comes out first. So let's just take a look at that last. So now we are looking at the Ace of Wands. Don't forget, 4 of Wands, Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands, I have inspiration flowing through me every day. So what you can expect. Magical meaning, the elemental house protector for the House of Wands is the fierce phoenix. She is proudly shown on the House of Wands crest. The hot molten fire energy of the phoenix, that's rebirth, right? Let me just turn this upside right so you guys can get a good look at it. That's rebirth. So she is proudly shown on the House of Wands crest. The hot molten fire energy of the phoenix is well represented by the wands. Her fire magic, oh my God, I can't read today. Sparks creativity, passion, and courage. The Phoenix and the Ace of Wands are telling you to flame up and embrace your heart's desires and passions. Say yes to this new idea. Okay, reversed doesn't mean automatically say no. Okay, so let's see what this means. Shadow magic. This is reversed. When you pull a reversed Ace of Wands, it could mean that you have an overflow of creative energy and it is hard for you to focus on one thing. You are fired up about everything, which makes it difficult to finish one project. Focus on what you are the most passionate about. Okay, so this all makes sense, right? So something's happening to give you a really, really, really good time. So make sure that you don't just dive in without thinking. You're still going to have a good time. Don't worry about it. As a matter of fact, you're having such a good time that you're having a hard time focusing. So you're trying to do 20 things at once instead of just doing one thing at a time. So this is still a pretty good reading because this is just reminding you to focus on. Don't get so distracted by your good time that you just end up making a confused mess of everything. And it's probably not going to hurt you you're having a good time. We're all adults. We know what having a good time means. This isn't bad news. This is just reminding you that if you got a whole bunch of things going on, that you'll just need to maybe you've got 5 opportunities this weekend. Maybe there's 5 different people having 5 different parties, and you got to decide which one you're going to go to. But you're going to have a good time no matter what. But if you try to do everything all at once, you're going to be exhausted. You're going to have a problem, right? Yeah, after you finish that project, then move on to the next, or better yet, think of a way to combine your passions. And, well, as a matter of fact, that last line, think of a way to combine your passions. If you think of a way to combine your passions, that means you've done this. You've done the work of this card. And so this is still pretty good news. This is not bad. And now let's go look at the Seven of Pentacles and see if that, did it just fall out because I'm clumsy, or does it have a meaning? Sometimes they don't have a meaning for me. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm just clumsy, it's fine. Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles is Charlie has worked hard all week for her project for the Earth Magical Fair. Is this okay? Is this in there? Okay. She didn't have enough time to work on it because of her sickness, but she was able to catch up. Okay, she was able to catch up by staying focused and committed to her studying. The success that you're receiving from your project reflects the hard work and the time you put into it. You are seeing the big picture and looking toward the future for a long-term goal. It is not all about instant gratification. So this is kind of a short-term thing, right? But it can lead to, you're going to be, this has an opportunity to lead to a long-term success, is how I'm reading this. So this good time, having a good time, don't just jump in without thinking. Make sure that you are delegating what it is that you are and aren't going to do. And you could be walking away tired, but there is the seeds of long-term success here. Where is it? I stopped reading and then I got to start reading. I do this. I stop and start all the time. Don't forget, if you're doing this for yourself and referring back to the book, don't be afraid to stop, look, compare. This is what I do. I get, oh, okay, does that compare with what I've got so far? Okay, and then I keep going, right? So the success that you are receiving from your project reflects the hard work and time you put into it. You are seeing the big picture. This is a big picture card too. And looking forward to toward the future for a long-term goal. It is not all about instant gratification for you. So you've got the opportunity for a lot of instant gratification here, but by making some good choices, you're still going to have a good time and do that. And again, because this one here was about prioritizing your goals, right? So prioritize your instant gratification now so that you still have time and energy for the long term. Keep on going, but make sure that you only work on things that are aligned to your goals. Okay, so reading for the collective here is pretty simple. You've got some stuff, you've got a lot going on that can lead to some instant gratification, which is fine. But some of that stuff that's going on is connected to long-term goals. So you'll need to make choices as to where you're going to direct your time and energy. And it doesn't look like it's a bad thing. It's still a good time, right? So just be aware that, not be aware. This is a really good reading. This is a really good reading that, yeah, things are happening. Things are happening. This is kind of reminding you not to get burnt out. This right here. Don't get burnt out. You're going to be tired, which is fine. Oh, this card's up here and out of the way. These are reminding you, these combined, to me at least, about not running ahead without thinking, cherry pick what you're going to do. This is about have a good time, relax, and enjoy yourself, but be aware of what's going on around you so that you don't get burnt out. And there is at least one long-term goal connected with what's going on, or that could be connected, or that could become connected. And pay attention for that opportunity so that you make the best of it, even though it's going to involve some work, but you'll succeed. And that's the reading. Not a lot else to say about that one. So I'm going to stop it right there. And again, this was the Witchling Academy Tarot deck by, oh, there's a name. Pamela Chen, illustrated by Mindy Zhang. I think I pronounced that right. So yeah. I like that. Yeah, Four of Wands is about having a good time. I think this fits in with what I usually think the cards mean. So I'm pretty happy with the result on this, and I think it's pretty good news for everybody going into the future, which is pretty good. Because usually my readers are like, "Don't do this, you'll die." So you can relax and have a good. You can relax, have a good time. Don't overdo it, and pay attention for that long-term goal opportunity that is going to present itself. And that is that. So I hope next week is great for you guys. And in the meantime, I'm going to get going, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.